situation, lifestyles of the locked and loaded.
With Armslist, you can shop the extensive list of local and nationwide firearms classified, now with more confidence because of their built-in firewall. For only $6.99 a month for personal use, or $30 a month for business vendors, so when you're in the market, please consider Armslist. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Armslist. Alrighty, let's see. Okay, we're starting out with Walter. There you go. What you showing off, Walt?
Oh, my $109 automatic shotgun.
There you go. All right, cool. Let me get something. Let me get the logo up here on the screen, and then I will load everyone in, and we will get this going. There we go. Rolling. Yes, rocking and rolling. Let's see. All right, there we go. And I can take this off. And there we go. All right. Boom. Bam. There you go. All right. So let's get the jazz hands going. There you go. We are live. I know there's some things that aren't probably not working right. You are joining us live on Player, so we could hold this. This is my SKS right here. This is what.
Oh, fuck.
No, it's not. I know. Okay. Walter's starting off risky early. I'm just messing around, maybe. No. So.
Yeah. You and the media. You and your AK type weapon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gun
guys are more upset that they misidentified the firearm than the bullshit actually going on.
I heard him say that guy camped in those bushes for 12 hours.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Dude.
How do you camp in the bushes along the side of a golf course and not get seen for 12 hours? You tell me that.
No idea. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with my picture here. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Funny that most gun dudes will be like, "How dare you, dead name an AK?" But we'll be like, "I'm not, giving anyone the respect of pronouns and shit like that." It's like, hell no. How dare you call that an AK?
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead.
For the shot that guy was talking about, this is a better gun. This is a way better gun.
Yeah, anything would be better.
Way better gun for that kind of shit.
All right, so listen, we are live. I hope you guys have your big girl panties on out there. It's episode 1037 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. It's FreeForAll Monday. I don't know where Patrick just went to. He's dialing back. Hold on. Hit the wrong button, probably.
Here we go.
Yeah, there he goes. Okay. So FreeForAll Monday. The title of today's episode is "How is this normal?" Question mark. We've got DLD After Dark joining us. Dark's here as well. What's up, man? What's up? As well as Babyface P of Chrome Vandium Arms International. Can't remember exactly.
Right.
That's about what I remember. And, of course, Walter Keller of Safety Harbor Firearms and STEM Parts. What's up to everyone? How's everyone's weekend go?
Well, mine was a little damp at times, but,
Yeah.
But my weekend extended until about noon today because of the events going on at the shop. So
What does that mean?
Around noontime, in the assembly area on the one side, the drop ceiling decided to drop.
I didn't know. Oh, you had a cave-in?
That paper board kind of drop ceiling tile stuff.
Yeah.
Well, a couple of the wires came loose on one side and it fell on one side. So I had to go into home improvement mode, so to speak, shop improvement mode.
Okay.
It's never a dull day when you run your own shop.
Yeah.
Never.
Joe, I just got this new awesome $109 Turkish automatic shotgun.
Right.
The UPS guy just delivered it. I couldn't pass it up. It's $109 on PSA.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? And so far it goes bang.
Yeah,
but,
and that's about 5 cups of coffee.
This thing kicks like this thing makes a 50 cal look like a pussycat.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. But anyways, so my shotgun shows up, and I go next door to take a look at it. And I'm looking at it. Joe comes walking over, and he goes, "Well, the roof fell down over the other side." and I'm going, and I'm like, the ceiling fell. I'm like, what do you mean the ceiling fell? Yeah, well, and I thought maybe one of the panels fell out or something, And then was one of the light fixtures hanging, and it fell. So I had to go into I had to make a trip to Lowe's and buy some stuff, and it's all back up now except for one of the lights is acting weird. But I gotta fix that. But yeah,
Was it from water or like just gravity?
Those drop ceilings are held up by wires that like literal like tie wire that holds that metal framework up from the rafters, and one of them just came loose. And one come loose, and the other one said, "Fuck, I'm going with him," and it just part of it came down. So I never had to do anything to that since we moved into that area, that shop. So I guess it's time for something to happen. But no water, no leak, no critters crawling up there, no nothing. So yeah,
That's good.
Okay, was it raining over there today?
No, didn't rain a drop today.
Oh, okay. All right.
Now, when I made wet over the weekend, that was up at the clandestine testing facility.
Right. Yeah, I saw that.
That was real wet. So because that's rain that's a result of the passing hurricane. So because you guys got a lot of rain from that too. We didn't get so much down by us, but you guys got more of it. So.
Yeah, there was a little bit of rain here. It wasn't a lot.
It rained every day.
Maybe in Gainesville itself, it didn't rain that much here. It did rain, but not. Yeah. And we didn't have as much like standing water as you showed. You showed off a bunch of standing water.
That's when you have your house is next to a swamp.
Right. Yeah.
Let me see here. Here's one little guy that was enjoying the water. So.
Oh no! Oh, Chromie.
Yeah.
Chromie was out there. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can actually. Hold on. Let's go full screen. On that.
Let me start it over again.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna go back to you. Hold on. I'm having a tough time getting everything set up here to work properly right now. As per usual. There we go. Okay, go. Show it again. Okay, it's just not focusing. That poor kid is out there. If I was making a movie of an apocalypse,
he was loving it. You kidding me?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great time for a youngling. Get to walk in the water like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, you're lucky he didn't do just do a swan.
A belly flop.
Yeah, it would not be weird for him.
Yeah. He comes from completely savage stock, so no surprises. I mean, his old man is a savage. I'm pretty sure this is exactly how Patrick was raised.
Probably, yeah.
Yes.
I probably drank a bunch of water exactly like that when I was growing up.
Good for you.
And here I am today.
Yeah.
I love those videos. I love those videos. Those like two little kids, like the two boys will be like in the mud and they're just slopping around in it like pigs. It's like.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Aside from that, I test fired. We went up to the property on Saturday. I was helping Mike out test fire a couple things of his.
Everything had firing pins?
Yeah, everything went boom perfectly. Yeah.
Okay.
Went boom perfectly. I only took 2 rounds, each time, just one round in each gun, just to make sure.
Just for anyone who doesn't know why I asked that question, this particular individual is known for not having firing pins in something whenever. Maybe it's just when I'm there and I want to do a video. There's never a firing pin, but I'm not talking about Walter either.
Yeah.
I was guessing that there was a story behind that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every single time we try to do a video, it's always no firing pins in there for some reason.
You get all excited because you're going to shoot a 20 millimeter and then there's no firing pin in it.
Yeah, it's very disappointing.
Is he like Mark Wahlberg from Shooter? Does he strategically remove all the firing pins from his guns?
From all the guns.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. That's right. Do people actually do that? There's no way.
Unless it's a Glock, I'm not removing the strikers from anything, or the firing pins. I'm not doing that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a movie. That's a movie thing.
Even in the Glocks, I don't do that. I'm just saying from simplicity standpoint, it would be easy, but I do not.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Go
Actually,
ahead.
If the
I still
federal
have
government is watching, yes, I do.
When you go to the SHOT Show, you got to take the firing pins out of the guns and stuff. So
yeah.
But I still have some of my guns that went to the SHOT Show. I haven't put the firing pins back in yet, but
And then they go back in the safe and nobody knows until they show up at the range and go, oh shit, this doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean that's common for SHOT Show. That's probably common, right? That happens. Yeah.
I left most of those guns that don't still have the tag from SHOT Show when they certify don't have a firing pin in. So I just left that tag on. So, but it's like I don't have another MP5 I can grab and go shoot if that's the case, or StriBog or whatever. So, and I don't shoot.
How do you
those
guys feel about the StriBog in 10mm?
That's fine. I mean, that's cool. And I haven't.
You sound so enthused.
Walter's
as long as my stock fits on the back, I don't care what caliber it's in.
Yeah, everyone says they want. This is my opinion. I know there's like some diehard 10mm fans out there. Everyone says they want everything in 10mm, but then they don't actually buy it. All the people that say they want. Yeah.
Until I got to buy ammo, then they decide, no, I don't like
ammo.
Yeah.
So I'm not one of those make everything in 10mm people. Oh, okay. So here we go. Dark is definitely a make everything in 10mm, but he buys it. There you go. He buys it. So does Rich, by the way. Flying Rich. He's also a 10mm fan. Yeah, he's a 10mm.
Long slide.
Let me see if I can go. Hold on. Let's see if we can go full screen here. I don't. Let's go here. Yeah, we'll go full screen on Dark and show that 10mm again. Hold on. There we go. Go for it.
All right.
Let's show it off for the 10mm people out there.
Oh,
wait, put that up again. That looks nice.
All right, I'll put both.
There comes all the 10mm.
This is a 10mm Glock 40. It's actually a Glock 40. It's a problem solver. It's the Glock Model 40 in 10mm, and it's got a very special light on it. It's got a blue light from Goonbeam. I know it's awesome. It's got some super hot 10mm in it. But yes, this is a project that I've been working on. It just for everyone to know, it is not complete. This is what we call the low point. This is a high point on a 3D printed PDW chassis. And the barrel is installed. There's the roll pin there. And I have a brace that fits on it that is the MCX brace.
Interesting. I like how that Dark has his own freaking neon sign.
Oh, dude, it's a game changer. I can help you get one. So it goes on like this. This is indeed a brace.
Okay.
So there's like spots for the Velcro to loop through, and it kind of just bends against your forearm. It is also 3D printed, and when it's done, it is not done. It will kind of sit, whatever, like that, and then be the coolest 9-round single stack PDW in the world.
And the compensator is from where? Where's that compensator?
The compensator is actually a factory high point.
What?
I didn't even know they made that.
Me either, until I bought a $14 parts kit. Thank you, Walt, by the way.
Yeah, that came in your $14 parts kit?
What?
Yeah, so AIM Surplus was selling stripped high point slides, and I bought 2 of them after you bought yours, and
that's crazy.
All the parts. I think they're out of stock now. And for $14, I got the entire parts kit. I bought 2 of them.
That's because the crazy part, they advertise
That's
it as
nuts.
as a strip slide, and when you get the bag, it's a whole part set.
I know, it was nuts. Rich.
Speaking of those,
Rich got screwed.
Man, I got more. I bought more of them just because. So.
Oh, nice.
You're saying Walter has a lot of these. What do you mean Rich got screwed? What, he didn't get anything in his?
So we all got parts kits, and so going into this, you know that you might just get a strip slide, right?
Yeah.
But for $14, it's like, hey, whatever happens, happens.
What the hell?
All of us, a bunch of us got them. Walt got them, and he got a bunch of complete kits. I got them. I got a bunch of complete kits. Some of our friends got them. Everyone got complete kits. Rich orders them and gets 2 of them, and one of them doesn't have a barrel. The other one doesn't have a trigger. The other one, like, it's Rich. That's what happens to him always.
Yeah, that's so Rich right there.
Yeah.
Poor puppy dog, the only one. I know. I'm pretty sure he was mad about it.
Of course, and he has to tell everyone,
Yeah, I guarantee he was mad about it. Yeah, absolutely, man. When this whole thing, which we'll talk about here later, when this whole thing happened in West Palm Beach, Rich didn't go through my mind at all.
Isn't the
I didn't go. Let me check and see where Rich is at right now. No.
Isn't the sheriff named in his lawsuit in Martin County?
So that sheriff, what's his name again?
That's where they caught that dude in Martin County. So
no, but what's the name of that sheriff in Palm Beach? He's got a Rick Bradshaw. That's the sheriff that Rich can't stand that guy. That guy's that's not a. Even when I was, Rick Bradshaw. When I was looking at the press conference, the way he was talking, I was like, oh, this guy sounds mad that it just sounded weird to me. He sounded like he was not happy, very antagonistic and all that. And then Rich was like, oh, that's the sheriff that I have to deal with, and he's a total bag of dicks.
I don't know
Is
who
that
I
the one
saw
that Rich
talking.
is suing? Sorry.
I think so. Go ahead, Walt.
No, the one guy I saw talking at one of the news conference things, older looking guy. He seemed pretty laid back. I mean, I don't know. He's like, hey, we got this figured out. Boom, boom, boom. I know. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't like his. I didn't like his attitude. I think we're talking about the same person. I didn't like his attitude. One of the reporters said to him, why is the security bubble around Trump only one hole ahead? And he was like, well, if he was the president.
Yeah, he would get more.
But he's not the president. I was like, okay.
Is that the truth or not?
Listen, they just already tried an assassination attempt on him. I mean, came pretty close 2 months ago. So I think it should be a little bigger than that. The bubble.
How'd the fucker sleep in the bushes for 12 hours?
I don't know. I know that area. We used to live in Palm Beach, in West Palm Beach. I don't know how you even park a car out there without getting noticed like that.
Yeah. That's what I thought too.
So,
man, I hate to say it, but
weird.
My question is, how did he get the intel to know to go there to wait there for 12 hours?
Yeah, I mean, it was supposed to be impromptu, right? No one was supposed to. There's a lot of mysteries here. I don't know what the. And the weirdest thing of this, I don't know if we want to jump into this right away, but the weirdest thing of this whole thing, it seems normalized.
Well, of course it does, Hank Strange, because if you make it, they don't want to give Trump any more pity press than they absolutely have to.
But think if anyone else
agree.
had 2 attempts on their lives. Like, name any other person of similar stature, and it would be a media frenzy.
Are you kidding me? Yeah.
I think the media realized that they built Trump first time around by them constantly. Every time he said something, they were right there. Oh, you hear what he said? You hear what he said?
Yeah.
And this time they're like,
Yeah.
It seems like this would be the 3rd attempt on his life, because there was another issue with his plane. They went to go take off, or they had to do an emergency landing, and it appeared that his the hydraulics equipment on his Boeing Trump plane, whatever, I forgot which model it is. It's like a 737 or something like that. And it appeared that all of their hydraulic fluid was draining, and it seemed to have been tampered with. And this was like a week or two after the initial, attempt. So, but it was never reported on.
Okay. Yeah, we just heard the 30-second. I don't know. The countdown thing is not working.
Yeah,
There's a bunch of stuff not working. So I don't even know. I'm trying to sort it out while we're talking here, but I don't think that's going to happen. So we might see the break. We might not. I don't know.
Something to keep your eye on. It doesn't have to do with Trump. Is today there was I didn't see all the details, but that fire explosion with the gas pipeline.
Was that in Texas?
In Texas.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
keep an eye out for that type of stuff going on, because that's definitely could be a sabotage Russian kind of thing, getting back at us, and I fully expect that to start happening in this country. So, just
I agree.
Everybody here is so lax, and it just happened, nothing big.
Just
this shit don't happen. Stuff like like I said, chicken processing plants just don't burn down by accident.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like that was going on a year or so ago, 2 years ago, when the food processing plants just happened to start catching fire.
Yeah.
Yep.
All of a sudden the price of chicken wing. Well, actually, chicken wings disappeared. We couldn't even get chicken wings.
Yeah.
Tell me back in history in the U.S. when has that happened before? You can't. No, you can't tell.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird shit going on in my opinion, but
watch out for that kind of. They're doing that stuff in warehouses catching fire and burning and stuff. That's the stuff going on in Europe right now. So
let me. I didn't see it go to the next thing, so let me make it go. Hold on one second. Let's go on to the next.
Force it.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Franklin Armory. Franklin Armory provides 100% US-made firearms and awesome binary option triggers. Their focus and purpose is to provide freedom tools to all Americans, especially those in not-so-free states. So when you're in the market, please consider Franklin Armory. Okay, so here we go. So now we got I have no clue what the hell's going on with all this stuff, to be honest with you guys. I'll have to work on it. I'll have to manually count my own things here. I know we didn't go through what happened, how everyone's weekend. I think Walter gave us a little bit of his weekend.
I hijacked it.
Yeah, Walter gave us a little bit of his weekend. Let's go to Babyface P, who I think was hanging out with Walter.
Good. Didn't do a whole lot. Marley had to work both days, so it was unfortunate. But Chromie and I went on Saturday, was it, to go hang out with Walt?
Mm-hmm.
And I picked up the parts for my Mauser, so I now have a future project. And a future project. I have a Go Fast kit for one of my rifles. It's going to turn into a post sample soon. But yeah, no, that was pretty much it. We just had a kind of slow weekend. Not a whole lot going on, so. It's boring. When it's just my Chromie and I for 2 days, it's kind of boring,
Mm-hmm.
So I forgot. Sunday was Spencer's birthday too. My son.
Oh, I didn't.
Oh yeah, happy.
We went to Congo River Golf and played that kind of golf thing,
Mm-hmm. And, happy birthday to Spencer. How old is he? Hold on, let me guess. 25.
Yeah.
25. Yeah, because he's around the same age as my kids. Okay.
Yeah, 1999. So.
Yeah, and was that lightsaber his birthday present or a surprise present for me?
He bought that himself.
Oh, okay.
His mother arranged some books that he likes to read, the Japanese book,
manga.
I forget all that stuff. Yeah,
the anime.
Some clothes that he wanted, and that, and then we went to did the Congo River Golf thing, and nobody was shooting at us from the bushes. And and then we went to the Cheesecake Factory and had some lunch.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. My younger son's birthday's coming up soon. Actually, he's going to be 24 soon. So, Yeah.
Time flies.
Yeah, kids are they're not even kids.
That's not kid. No, that's
No,
not kid.
they're not kids, no.
That's why I try to remember people about things going on over in Europe is you don't want your kids to be involved with that. So
I almost sent you guys a meme that was passed around.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a kid. It's like a 18-year-old like sobbing into his hand picture, and an older woman patting him on the back, and the title is like, "Mom, I don't really want to go fight a war," and she's like, "Too bad, I want to vote for a woman."
Yeah, I've seen that. It's on. You've seen that on X, probably.
Yeah, I think I saw it on Twitter.
Yeah, I've seen that on X. Okay, so we covered Babyface's weekend. How was your weekend, Dark?
It was good. I got to hang out with my daughter, who is going to be 8 soon. So
that's cool.
She's getting big. I remember when I brought her, to work, holding her in one arm like this. So it's crazy just to see it's such a cliche, enjoy the time with them, because before you know it, it's going to be like this, and you're like, yeah, whatever. But man, it's so true. When you're a parent, it's like that time once you have something to what would you call it?
I know what you're trying to say, like a landmark.
Relate. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, like the landmark of what to compare the time against, right? It's crazy. So
8 years old, man. That's still awesome time, man. 8 years old.
Yeah. She still likes me mostly, so that's cool.
Yeah. Worry when she starts approaching 13, 14.
Yeah. I know she's gonna be a teenager, so that's it's like her job description is dislike parents, all forms of authority, so that'll be exciting. But no, it's good, man. It's good. We had a good weekend. We got to hang out, and then I got a lot done for our new knife company that will be available soon in the next couple weeks, maybe a few weeks, so 2-3 weeks. We're going to be they're shipping soon, so they're going to be coming here, and we're going to be I'm excited about that. I'm pumped
what's the website? That's the thing that you and Rich are doing, right? What's the website for that?
Yeah. So the website isn't up and active yet, but it's definitionknives.com. We do own it. We just don't have the store and site up yet. And then currently a place to go for people to see the knives, the models, the options and pricing and all that is going to be Instagram, which they could go to Definition Knives all together, no spaces. And we got a whole bunch of these folders. These are the ones we're launching with. We got 5.
Hold on. Let's go to let me go full screen here on you for a sec. Hold on,
while you go full screen, I will set down this AP5 with a binary option trigger from Franklin Armory.
Nice.
So
good product placement there.
I know, right? I had to. I love their stuff.
Bonus points. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Let's see this knife. Okay. Cool.
So this one is the Birdshot. This is an 8CR13 MOV steel with OD green G10. This one is the DK one, or the dark one, which is so we're kind of naming ours based off of people that we are kind of trying to honor and pay homage to, including for an example,
yourself with the DK one.
So the dark one is supposed to be named after me. It kind of was against my will. This one is called the Journalist, which is in honor of John Crump.
Oh, okay.
And this one is the Co-Pilot in honor of Flying Rich. Oh, and then
it crashed. So appropriate.
Man, you can't script that stuff. That's good. And then this one, which is the Boyd, which is it's a long story, but it's named after my father.
Oh, I like that color. Mm-hmm.
Thanks, man. Yeah, the OD green is super cool. And we're just doing a bunch of these to, like, it's kind of a long story, but essentially, it started because I got pissed off, looking at some Benchmade knives. I was looking at these Axis lock style knives, and knowing that they get all their materials in, we'll say overseas, China, Japan, and
global suppliers. It's the terminology.
yes, that.
Okay.
I was looking at their knives, and they're like $200-$300, and I just got pissed. One of them I was looking at was like $329, and I was like, dude, F this. So then I started looking at like, what would it cost for us to like make our own like small run of custom knives. And then after kind of looking into it, I was like, I want to do one in D2 tool steel or 8CR13 MOV steel with an Axis lock. Well, with a roller lock style lock. Certainly not like the Axis lock that Benchmade has. Do one like that, but not have it be $300. And that's kind of how I got connected. Well, I found this manufacturer in the great state of China, and I asked them, if we could do a run, and they said yes. And then I was like, dude, we could do this. Like, we could make a business doing this. And then our run of 20 knives went to 250 knives, and that's our first shipment that we're doing is 250 knives, and all of these are under $100. All of these 5 that we're launching are going to be $59 to $79. So Benchmade.
Okay, cool. Patrick, Walter, you got any questions or comments on these?
I'm expecting a couple of those at my door sometime.
Yeah, actually, I did. I hit you up for laser stuff, and then I actually had to hold off on lasering because I need to keep the samples butt naked for now. But yeah, we're trying to do what we can to bring like work to other people for like lasering for boxes and foam, and doing stuff here, even though the knives are made overseas.
Okay.
I happen to know somebody with a 50 watt fiber laser, by the way.
Oh, dude. Are you talking about Babyface P?
No, Walt has one.
Yeah.
So which is supposed to be the laser that does foam?
CO2. Yeah. I have one of those too.
Walt could help with that.
Okay.
Possibly.
Yeah, I may. I need to holler at you guys because I'm kind of confused on like some of the stuff with the. We want really nice, clean laser cut. Actually, shout out to PR Triggers. Look at their foam they got here. It is like, this is for the binary, pull and release trigger. Like the way that they laser cut their foam, it is like perfection. And like some of it is like, like not too deep, and some of it's cut all the way through. So yeah.
Who did that? Who did that lasering for them? I know we had someone here on the show that does all that. I can't remember.
I think this was 2A 3D print.
Okay.
But I'm not certain.
Okay. Yeah. There was someone we had on that does that stuff, and I think they were. That's when we were doing that Fallout thing. I can't remember the name. Do you guys remember what I'm talking about? The guy that makes those.
I have no clue who did any of the work on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
All I saw were pictures.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, the foam is interesting. I don't know, Walter, have you done? No, you don't. You need a CO2 for that, you said, right?
We have a CO2 laser.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay. Have you done any foam cutting or anything?
I have not, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here's the...
settings, it shouldn't be that.
Yeah, here's the Instagram definition knives right up there. I see you got like this one video on here so far, right? It looks like.
Yeah, that was the one that you kept accidentally playing the audio on one of your shows a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I got it muted right now.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It was just a little like techno song. It sounds like two Transformers having sex, basically. But yeah, so don't play it. But yeah, it's
Okay. Right.
it's like
Yeah.
whoa. But yeah, we're gonna start. So initially we were like, all right, we're not gonna like show the knives yet, but after one live stream of me going up like, yo, check all these out there, like it was over. So I just can't contain my excitement. Plus,
okay.
Dude, so I'll be posting like each knife like one at a time, kind of introducing everyone to them, because it turns out there's a bunch of people out there that like same thing with guns, right? Like, okay, so for an example, I'm not gonna get an SP5 for $2,500, $3,000, but I would be totally fine getting this sub $900 AP5, right? So like it's the idea of giving someone something they normally wouldn't be able to have for a better price, right? So that's the idea behind Definition Knives, and
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we'll try to do our best over here to help you guys out,
I appreciate that, man. Thank
you. Yeah. Look forward to see how that grows.
Thanks, man.
I say you make a special edition for Walter called the Butt Scraper.
Ooh, I like it. That goes right in alignment with our
Here's the
that we carry.
Oh, why are you doing that, Walt?
Where's the pootie
butt
knife?
Scraper? Butt scraper?
The butt. Don't you? Where's your knife?
Where's your pootie knife at?
Yeah, where is it?
Over there.
Hang on.
You're acting like you don't have a butt scraper knife.
Well, I don't call it a butt scraper. I wouldn't scrape my butt with this knife.
Patrick, how am I wrong here?
Yeah, that's the turd cutter.
Yeah, exactly. What the hell?
This is actually designed to cut wire, like linemen would use to cut insulation off with a hammer on it and beat on it.
What?
So they call
Yeah,
it.
let me see if I can get a closer. Yeah, let me get a closer look at this, Walt. Hold on.
Listen, I'm going to tell you the real story here. Back in the 50s, people were eating so much fiber, they had to put those into Johns. Otherwise, you couldn't flush it down. So you'd have to just, give it a couple of whacks.
This thing's a 1/4 inch thick on the back.
Yeah, it's made for cutting turds.
It honestly looks like something that was made for a child in a third world country to, do terrible things with.
You could hack up metals.
All right,
I don't know why Walter's mad at me for that one. Hold on, here we go.
You just pull out the good old fashioned.
Oh boy, hold on.
Holy moly!
So you got to make a special edition for Walter, and it obviously has to be.
Can you see the
butcher's knife?
British Army one. This is, there you go.
There's some markings.
Yeah, this looks like it's from the Stone Age.
Oh yeah, that was handmade.
1951. Is 51 the Stone Age?
Pretty much.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
the good old times of the 1950s. Seriously.
1951, the Brits were still on war rations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't come off of rations, I think, until either 53 or 55.
I think it was 53. I think I was watching something about it the other day. I think 53 is when they started loosening up.
Yeah, it was rough in lots of places.
Europe was a fucking clusterfuck after World War II, so...
Yeah.
Jeez, that's
what special knife would we make for Babyface? It's going to have to be an out the front. Can you guys do those?
We not yet. We actually have 26 additional knives identified for the future. 2 of them are like, it's going to be crazy. Before I mention that, let me set down this Scorpion Evo 3 S1 with binary option trigger.
Hold on, you got to go slower than this, You got to go slower so I can actually.
You got to give him some warning. He's not that
fast. Nothing is working the way it's supposed to. Yeah, but there you go.
This is a Scorpion Evo 3 S1 with Franklin Armory binary option trigger. Thank you, Franklin Armory.
Very nice. Exactly.
I'm just being silly.
Big shout out to Franklin Armory, without a doubt.
I think if I could be anywhere in the fictional world, I think I'd be Tony Stark. So
Yeah, I do love. I love the little. I'm actually going to paint over it and then remove the sticker, just because it would be kind of cooler than a sticker that if I adjust the brace will come off. So we actually intend to, for every single creator, our close friends, we actually intend to make a knife for every single person that we can. And ones that like make sense, right? So like the Copilot, for an example, was kind of made for Rich because it has like a bayonet relief cut in it, and it kind of looks like it's got like the lines of like, you know, when you think of like airplanes and stuff, and it uses carbon fiber, which is like kind of like an aircraft grade material usually. So just kind of like things like that, and then also the bird shot for the tactical turkeys, the just it's stuff like that. So little things that are like, oh, this makes me think of Hank Strange, so we'll call it the Strange something. You know what I mean? Things like that.
Yeah, I want an Afro pick knife.
With the knife.
Yeah,
dude.
It
Excellent.
flips
idea.
out like it's automatic.
Yes, yes.
I like that.
It might only kind of knife. How many prongs can you get off the Afro pick? Like 2, maybe 3. But I'll take it.
It's a fork also.
Yeah, exactly. I'll take it. It'll be awesome.
You could probably literally do like one blade in the center, and then like the pick like around it. So you could just sit there like picking your hair and just be like, what bitch?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Get them to make the hilt like a power fist, you know?
It's gotta be the fist, yeah. It's gotta be the fist. Yeah.
I'll be all over it.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea.
That's like 10 millimeter. Make me a 10. Nobody else buys it. Nobody else buys it.
Make me a Keltex 2000.
You never know, man. The brothers and sisters are going back to natural hairstyles like Lola. I'll definitely get you some pictures with Lola with that. Lola always steals my Afro comb. Lola always steals for some reason. I don't know why.
In the area, the people that I knew in the area that I grew up in, if you were in a household of people of color, everyone had a pick with a power fist.
Yeah,
everyone. It's not something that like everyone had one.
Yeah, you gotta have it. You gotta have it. So believe it or not, my fro sometimes my mohawk I rock it, like a fro. So there you go. Patrick, what did you go get a bunch of knives or what were you up to just now?
I'm just curious since Dark is showing off his collection over there.
Oh.
His binary collection.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let's see. I have a feeling I need to go over to Patrick now.
Hold on, let's see. We're Dark.
Hold on. One second. Here we go. Bam.
Do you prefer the fully
automatic?
Boy. do you prefer the fully automatic M4 or do you prefer the fully automatic MP5? I'd
rather have MP5 to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
Patrick was just waiting on this day where he could. It's like, most other days he doesn't even want to like bring out the guns like this, but now he's like, "Oh, Dark, I'm gonna flex."
Go dig him out of a safe in the back of the business safe.
He's flexing his SOT. That's what he's flexing.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You got to.
I pay the government to have.
And Dark. After a while, you just kind of get jaded. It doesn't. Really...
once you've been in SOT as long as me, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like High Point Firearms and Full Forge Gear, bags and gear for everyday life. Did you know High Point is an American family-owned and operated company located in Ohio with over 30 years of manufacturing experience? High Point is proud to be the home of the working man's gun and your source for affordable handguns and carbines with a lifetime warranty. So when you're in the market, please consider High Point.
Okay, so there's a lot of flexing going on here. I can see today. First of
Dark is a little lucky, or his office, it seems, has all of his guns next to him.
Right, exactly. He's got a beautiful wall behind him. Yeah.
I just set this up actually probably a little over a month ago. It's a lot of work. You got to hold up a 40-pound slat with one hand. Well, I chose to hold up a 40-pound slat wall with one hand and drill into the
stud.
The stud with one hand. Terrible decision, but it actually ended up. I did it with a level balanced on it, so I'm like, we're stopping.
Oh wow! What you got there, Walt? Oh,
Check it out.
Oh, that thing! I saw that thing run the other day, right?
No, this is my
It's not the one.
homemade AMD 65 pistol that I made years ago.
That's not. You had the other AMD that was going full.
Yes, the machine gun, the post
Yes.
sample. Yes,
Correct.
the post sample.
I saw that.
Oh,
one.
okay.
This is actually.
Hold on, now I got to go
homemade
full screen to Walt again. Hold on 1 second, Walt. Hold on. I got to switch over to Walt. Okay.
All right.
Let's see here.
Ooh.
This thing is 100% homemade. Homemade receiver, homemade chopped off. It was a demilled East German barrel that I made this here, welded this together. The receiver's all welded from flats, and it's all welded together.
We could drop Walter off in the Khyber Pass of Pakistan, and he would be running that place within a year. 100%.
I'm telling you.
The best. You know, I built this pistol when you weren't supposed to build any pistols. You know, back when there was a thing called assault weapons ban.
I don't
And
see
there were no AK pistols. Okay, bottom line,
they didn't
there weren't
exist.
none. So I said, "Fuck it, I want one." So I had these parts laying around, and I just started drawing and making and welding, and boom, I got me an AK pistol. So, and it works.
I feel like Walter should be shipped off to that guy, that attempted assassin dude was trying to recruit people to go to the Ukraine.
Go to Ukraine, I know.
Yeah. He should have just kidnapped Walter instead, sent his ass over there.
If I wasn't married, I'd probably be over there. So
Okay.
He make money.
not to necessarily go fight the Russians straight up, but to help them out somehow or another. So
Yeah. I noticed. Yes. Okay. Hold on. Let's see now, Patrick. Okay. This is all this is gonna be. I need a quick button for this so I
You
can
have
just
an SOT
switch.
as well. You can go get you some good stuff, just not full auto. There it is, Walt. What do you think?
that looks good. That's pretty as a mofo.
And then we got our front sight put back on.
So which project is this?
that's
This is
pretty
the
as
one.
Yeah.
This is the one.
That's called defudding a K98.
Yeah.
Okay.
The K98K. The only thing that's left from the FUD era was the two little holes from where you had a peep sight on the back. But that doesn't bother me at all. It other than the part that I had to put onto it, it's all serial numbers
That
matching.
thing is pretty.
Turned out really nice. I gotta go get some ammo and go shoot it.
I think this was. I think you were still working on this when I was over there the other day, right?
Yes, I showed it off to you.
That's part of the reason he came see me on Saturday was to get that sight.
Gotta get me some parts.
Right. Yeah.
Is that what caliber is that? That's 8mm Mauser. Nice.
Yeah, this is in it's the 1939 war production. It's got all the Waffen amps and everything on it.
Yeah. And this is your own personal, right? This is not
This is mine.
for.
This goes in my personal safe, not in the business safe. A young fellow, I'd say he was probably 20, posted it up on Florida Gun Trader saying that, hey, I have this project, and it was a barreled action, all numbers matching, and a stock, and all the parts it needed to finish it. I don't know how to solder it back together because the front and rear sights are soldered on. So I don't really want to get into it, so I just want to trade it off for something. And I was like, oh, I got plenty of trade bait. I got lots of trade bait in that safe. So I offered up some stuff. He said yes. We met up. Got me a gun. Got some parts off of Walter because the rear sight that he had ordered was not the correct one. It was a Swedish Mauser rear sight. Got the one that Walter happened to have, which was the correct rear sight. Soldered it back on, and it took glue like nothing. I heated it back up, and it was rock solid.
It's done. Yeah.
Done. It was so simple.
I have a FUD project too, but I can't. It's going to require more magic than
finessing than this. Yeah, this was a simple one. But yeah, this was at some point in its life, it got sporterized, and it now. Luckily, Bubba didn't do a whole lot to it. It looks really, really nice. So.
That's good. For a second, I thought it was like an 03A3 or something, but that's,
no, I have one of those. I have one of those downstairs. No, this is a German Mauser.
Yeah, once I saw the back of the action. Yeah, that's pretty, man.
It turned out really good, and I mean, this one's 1939 from the Irma factory, where they serialized everything. It's got serial numbers on the screws. It's got serial numbers everywhere. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's how my 1851 Colt Navy revolver is. Every singular thing is serialized. Like, they do not play.
And it was cool. This one is right before they switched over to Nazi marking, so it's still that is not a Nazi mark. That is the
What's an eagle?
That's the eagle, yeah.
but that's the pre-Nazi German eagle. What's that called? What was that time?
No idea.
Who were the folks
What
that
do
were
you
in
mean?
charge of Germany before the Nazis?
39 was full on Nazi.
They were still using the stamps from the
Weimar
Republic. Yes, thank you. They were still using the Weimar stamps, and they didn't move to Nazi stamps until the Weimar stamps basically fell apart, and then they started using Nazi stamps.
Interesting.
I
What's
did look
that?
some pictures up, and this is serial number 3,700, and by like 4,500, they were starting Nazi stamping them. But
Dang. YouTube is gonna love when you upload it, and the
all
word
these
Nazi
words.
is repeated 13 times.
At this point, it is too late for that at this point, man.
Yeah.
Is that like a kukri Bowie knife? Like,
This
what
is a
Oh,
1918.
there we
This is
go,
an
yeah.
American, like World War I vintage, like
Yeah,
a bolo they
switch.
call it, I think.
Hank is like, stop.
There we go. Have I seen this one? I don't know.
No, you haven't seen
Yeah.
this before,
Oh.
probably. This is the sheath for it. I have also one of the World War I trench knives, the ones with the good old fashioned
Really cool.
the whatchamacallits, the knuckle busting.
Knuckle duster, the skull splitter
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I bought this off of somebody, I think off of eBay or something, and I didn't know what I was getting, but when I got it, I got a really nice knife. Oh, and I think it's all real. It's not a fake one or anything like that. So
Yeah.
I did all
Oh,
right.
yeah.
I'm kind of a knife collector, but I never admit that I'm a knife collector.
Walter,
Right.
Walter's not a knife collector. Walter
I'm kind
likes
of a
collecting
bayonet.
weird.
I'm kind of a
bayonet.
weapon collector. A weapon collector. That's what I am.
Yeah.
I'm the same way, man. I buy anything that I can justify to myself. I will purchase. My current EDC. You don't need to go full screen. I'll show it off here. My current EDC is this 5.5
That is
inch.
fucking huge.
It's not too big. I mean, it's big enough.
That's like an AK-47 knife I have. I have an AK-47 knife somewhere. Huge like that.
I know.
Yeah.
Boker.
Is it a Boker? It might be a Boker one, yeah.
The Microtech. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
You're in the Microtech. I'll tell you what. Check this out.
How do you like that? I thought it was a little too chunky for me.
I don't like it. I love it.
Oh, good. Good. It's a weird shaped knife. That's what, the stitch?
Yeah, the stitch. It is oddly shaped, but it's still a really cool, really snappy knife. But I don't know. I kind of think like I use the same logic of like I don't carry my $500 knife because it's $500. But if you did carry a $500 knife, it would be a great barter item.
Oh, yeah. I picked this one up from the local gun store used. The thing that I thought was really cool about it was it's from the year 2000, so it's an older Microtech.
Yeah.
That was when they were still at Vero Beach here in Florida before they moved up to Asheville, North Carolina. So
They started.
they started in Vero Beach.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so this is a Florida-based knife, which I thought was neat.
Oh, yeah, that is cool. Okay, what's Walter got now?
He's got a panga.
This is actually a survival axe, they call it.
Does that still have like
this
a safety thing on the front?
Actually, a military survival axe.
Yeah.
And
would
it's
split its
never been axed because it's still
Yeah.
got all the original stuff on here. Got the cool ass sheath to go with it.
That's
But
awesome.
yeah, I picked this up from somebody and I got a good deal on it. I didn't realize it at the time, but it was like, yeah. They still make these. You can buy these. I think they call them the Woodsman.
Oh, there is. You know what they used to long ago, like 8 years ago.
In a galaxy far away.
There was one of the places. What's the one that?
Let me.
Sportsman's Guide routinely
Yeah.
would sell a pack of bayonets. It was like 5 or 6 bayonets
Machetes.
for like Machetes, sorry, not bayonets. Machetes.
$19 for years. They were $19
for like 6 of them, and I never bought one, and I always thought I should have.
And I did, and then soon after that, they went up to like 22. Then they went to 24. Then they're like 28 now. But they're Colombian bayonets. Yeah,
Colombian bayonets, but they're perfectly serviceable.
Oh yeah, nothing wrong.
Yeah, let's get into this before we talk about whatever else we're going to talk about. Because everyone's talking. This particular post that I have here, it was on Ivy Iraq Veteran 8888, his X account, but it's talking about HK. So let's see. Let me flip it this way so we can read it. You guys probably saw this. Dear HK Pro community. I don't know if we can see that properly. Here, let me go back this way.
I read it, but what am I supposed to be? What are they?
Basically, basically they're deciding to do HK USA and start bringing stuff back. And
does that mean they're going to be HK is going to be manufacturing here? It doesn't really say. This is like a Kamala Harris thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of information there.
There's a lot of words, but it doesn't say shit.
Yeah, but everyone's. Yeah, go ahead, Patrick. Mm-hmm.
No, I agree with Walter. I read it and I was like, "There's a whole lot of nothing here." I don't know what you're telling me.
It's like a word salad.
Where'd you get the MP7 out of that?
I don't know, but that's what everyone is thinking.
Walter, I'm with you there too. I was like, I'm not reading MP7 plus a price point. Where are you getting this?
They're thinking. They're probably coming to the assumption that. Because so let's say for an example, because anyone can get a Tommy built for that price, right, or ish. I think where their thought process is coming from is they've deduced, okay, if we're getting SP5s for like $3,000 or whatever, then we'll probably then be able to get something like an MP7 for around $3,000, $3,500. I think they're just assuming that based on this HK word salad.
Yeah, I think they're just following like Kalashnikov did Kalashnikov USA, and I think probably what some of these companies are seeing is that the clones to these things are making money.
Yeah.
So they want to get in there.
Money. They don't care about money. They've gotten bailed out by the West German government. They don't give two fucks about money.
Yeah, you think.
I don't know what I'm trying to find. And there's very little information on what MP7s cost the U.S. government. Like, what do they sell them for? I can't find any info on that.
I don't know, but aren't we going to start seeing some MP7 clones soon? I think at least that's what I've heard. I don't know what you guys have heard, but I heard we're going to start seeing.
The only true clones are going to be the Tommy Belt clones. All the others are just going to be.
I've heard nothing but bad stuff about those, by the way.
What's that?
The Tommy builds, the everybody that's gotten them has been complaining that they're not worth shit. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. No way.
They're getting really bad reviews.
See, when you come out with something like that, you got these people that are so fucking, I gotta have one, have one, and they'll take anything they get, and then when they get it, they go, well, this is not what I wanted.
They're not,
but they are
good guns. They're okay. Okay, but there's nothing.
But
the only reason people want them is because you can't get them. Yeah, that's the only reason people want.
I would have one. I would have one because it's unobtainium. That's it too.
Think of P90s, right? P90s are awesome. P90s are dope. And the moment I'm thinking like an actual P90 or like an SBR, PS90. The moment that you take the thing away that makes it the most effective subgun.
Yes, that's exactly the problem.
It neuters it.
You have a 4.6 millimeter pistol is a useless tool. It's a useless fucking tool.
Where are you going to get the ammo?
Exactly.
Aren't they going to change? They're not changing the caliber on it.
You want a real thing? It better be a 4.6.
Okay, it has to be. Okay.
Go buy yourself a 4.16 Barrett rifle. Where are you going to get the ammo from?
It's out there, but it's not out there a lot.
It's not out where you go blasting and just have fun.
So the other thing is that gun. I don't know if people realize that it was developed with a purpose in mind. It was created for a very particular task of defeating soft body armor / low grade body armor in full automatic. That was the intended purpose of it, and that's why it's so good. You don't want to be. I'm not saying don't buy it. If you got the money and you like it, get it. But it's not going to be the end all be all. Like the home defense, it's not really made for that.
What are these going for?
The Tommy builds are what 30?
Yeah, that's 37. Okay.
Yeah, 3,500 to $4,000 depending on.
So how many of these did HK make that are in the States?
Plenty. For sale, very few.
It's military stuff, special ops stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't make any for civilians. It was if you find one, it's a post sample machine gun.
I got asked 2 years ago at the SHOT Show by somebody if I wanted to make a stock for him, because HK was going to bring him in 2 years ago. I'd love to make a stock for one. Give me an MP7. And I'll make a stock for it, but I gotta have one.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I gotta have one in my hands to make it. You can't just do it from a picture.
Yeah, you gotta.
It's not a complicated gun. It's a simple gun. It's not.
But so you guys don't think that they're worried that there's gonna be a bunch of clones and maybe they're gonna miss like what is it, FOMO?
No, they don't care. HK does not care about any of that.
HK worried?
Yeah, Heckler & Koch does not care about that. You never have.
No one can compact HK. No one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they're just looking like you plebes. I mean, I will say there may be some element to that where they're like, okay, hang on. So PSA is making a similar, like an MP7 type gun. This Tommy Built is making MP7s. Other companies are starting to manufacture 4.6. Maybe we should put this out to see what people say, to see what happens. And who knows? Do we really think that a representative who's on the payroll of HK is going through reading IV88's comments to see what the general vibe is from people? Like, I don't know. I have a tough time believing that.
What is this gun? It's basically an Uzi, like a subcaliber Uzi kind of gun. It's the same principle. It works the same way. The mag welds in the middle. It's just an HK. That's what
it is.
Intended
to be a submachine gun, and it's intended to split wigs at 100 yards an end. Anything outside of that, you yell for someone else on your team to help you, and of course they can go beyond that, right? But
But it was designed. Here's an interesting thing. It was again designed around defeating body armor.
Yeah.
So we're not going to get armor-piercing pistol ammunition. That's not going to happen. Yep. None of us are getting that. The Delta Force a couple of years ago moved over to TP9s because they thought 9mm. They were using MP7s. And they all collectively, like how the team works, said, we don't like these anymore. And they moved over to TP9s, 9mm, full autos. Yeah. And the only reason we know that is because Microtech won the contract for the suppressor to go on the front of their TP9s. So Microtech was selling them in the total kit, full auto TP9 with their suppressor. So that's how we know that Delta moved back to 9mm. They like full auto 9mm.
Yeah.
So you got.
What everybody thinks there are budgets with these groups too.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah. So you don't really think this is based at like I guess commercial or civilian market, that just the HK fiends here in America, maybe they'll
sell
change
every single one they could produce if they did it.
Why didn't they do it 10 years ago then?
I don't know.
doesn't care about the civilian market. They never have.
They don't give two.
Maybe timing doesn't matter to them that much because, like you're saying, with all the money, or maybe they want to take just some kind of preventative action against other people. Who knows? I don't have any clue. I know it's all over the internet.
You're overthinking it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think
I'm not one of those dudes. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of manufacturers like Safety Harbor Firearms. SHF is a quintessential family-owned small business, totally representative of the American dream. Safety Harbor Firearms is a Florida-based manufacturer of the compact entry stock and the SHTF 50 upper for an AR-15 lower. Also, SHF happily delivers on your Sten gun parts needs. So don't forget to check out stenparts.com and safetyharborfirearms.com. Okay, so let's get into this whole thing with the Trump that happened
It's the real one. This is the real one.
over the weekend.
That's a real cookery.
Cookery,
That's
yep.
Cool.
Yeah,
You guys have to do a cookery. Yeah. I want in the honor of my Indian heritage.
Nepal. Sorry.
So the Nepalese Gurkha kukri is one of my I even as a kid I used to look up why do they have these swedges on the blades, and I learned about blood drains, and I learned how they were crazy and decapitated people with two of them like scissors, and they're insane. So I would love to do, and I learned about what the two little knives that come on the sheath are for. Lots of rich history.
What are those for?
So they're for sharpening and maintenance. And the grooves on the Nepalese Gurkha kukri is for draining blood. So as it comes down, if you see right where the split between your index and thumb are on the front side.
Let me go full screen here. Hold on Walter.
Knives are us today on Hank Strange.
Walter.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
All right. There we go. All right.
So you see that little piece taken out that looks like a letter M?
Mm-hmm.
On the front of the blade. So if he were to decapitate an animal, then when you're holding it, it would continue dripping down the blade, headed for that letter M, and it would get all inside the grip. That would make your hands slippery and all that. So the reason they put that there is so it actually gives a small air gap for it to drip off the point in the middle, so the blood doesn't drain down to your hands, make it super slippery and yucky.
I didn't know that.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it is.
See that?
And that's
a
real. Well, you said that's a real deal Nepalese one.
Yeah, this is a British one. Well, 10 of 41. It has on the other side. There's the arrowhead. Wow. I can't think of be able to see it.
So so you said this is a British one. Who was using this particular one?
British.
Well, there's a long-standing relationship between Nepal and the Brits.
Okay.
Well, they ruled them. That's what the relationship.
Right. Yeah. I was just curious. So this was on British soldiers or
no? The Nepalese soldiers.
The Nepalese soldiers that were under. That were under the British.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I just know that they scissored each other. That's all I know.
This is not the good kind of scissoring.
The Nepalese pretty much copied all the British weapons. They weren't supposed to do all that stuff, but they did.
Mm-hmm.
But like most scissoring, it does end in a soaking wet mess.
Alrighty. So anyway, any comments on this whole thing with Trump and out there golfing and some dude from Hawaii trying to roll up on him out of nowhere?
He's from South Carolina or something.
He's originally from South Carolina, but he was living in Hawaii. He had like over 100 different there were 100 different police reports on him in North Carolina, and then he went to Hawaii and he's up to a whole bunch of crazy shit.
Traffic violations after traffic violations.
Yeah. Really? I didn't read about that.
And I think he flew from Hawaii to Florida to do all of this. Maybe he had something in North Carolina first, because this SKS apparently didn't have a serial number on it. So that's one of the charges. Because they don't have a lot of charges to throw at him right now. He didn't actually shoot.
He didn't actually pull the trigger, so he didn't discharge a weapon. He,
menacing. They have it for menacing, maybe.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one for the popo to
stalking a political figure. I don't know. I mean, he hung up some tile and he defaced the serial number. I mean,
yeah.
He put them poor bushes in fear of their life.
I know, right?
Yeah, so there's not a lot. I think one of the things is that the serial number was removed. So that's one of the things.
But that's in the big scheme of things, that's minor.
Yeah, so it says camped outside a Florida golf course with food and a rifle for nearly 12 hours.
Yeah, how
and
do you do
didn't,
that?
and no one was aware of that.
Here,
Interesting.
I think it's important because a lot of people are like, "Oh, he got caught." Hang on, he got away.
He
Right?
got
Like,
if it
got
wasn't been
away.
for that civilian that got his tag number, he'd been
Bingo.
gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the reason,
I mean-
and this is in the day and age of technology, aka in the surveillance state that we're in, what happened was a committed civilian that happened to be a little more committed than the Secret Service. I'm not going to give them any kudos. I'm sorry, but he got the picture of the guy. He got the picture of the car, and he got the picture of the license plate. With that, then it was called in because he did get away, and then they uploaded the information to the software and all the plate scanners, and then an I-95 plate scanner got him in the next county over, and then they were able to assemble and stop him. But if it had not been for that civilian that probably is a dude like us, probably is aware of his surroundings, carries a gun, I would guess.
Very quick on the phone. Very quick on the phone.
Yeah. At least very quick on the phone.
And a willing participant to the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, because, they flew him out to identify the guy. I thought it was interesting. At first, they said he got caught going through the tolls, which there's not a lot of... I don't think there's any tolls on 95. But they do have license plate scanners all over the place.
Yes.
You cannot get away with anything, Florida, yeah. Not just on tolls. Go ahead, Walt.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Well, because the tolls the booths are all gone now. It's all done with the strobe lights and the cameras.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is there's license plate scanners in places you don't expect them to be.
Yeah.
But if that dude would have stayed off the interstate, went on the back roads, and then ditched his vehicle somewhere and got another ride somewhere else, he'd still be out wandering around.
Yeah.
Possibly, yeah. Yeah.
Now think of
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that's what you should do, but I'm just saying.
Maybe if they don't have I'm pretty sure they have those things in other places, but for sure they've got it on like I-95 and the major thoroughfares. But yeah, this guy seems to have like a long record, and one of the things that I saw, I could probably pull it up on Twitter, is that, did you guys see that with the last guy, people were saying that he appeared in a BlackRock commercial? The last guy that took shots? Okay, so did this guy appear in a BlackRock commercial.
Bullshit, no way.
that's what they
hang on,
say. I don't know if
BlackRock,
that's
what
been
is
confirmed
BlackRock?
though.
BlackRock, the investment firm.
Yeah, let me see if I can...
BlackRock
The kid was. I know the previous kid that got killed by the Secret Service.
Yeah, I saw the video. I don't know if I could find it on X right now, but yeah, that's...
What I think was people started saying it kind of like as a joke to be like, to make fun of it, and then I think a lot of people ran with it. I don't believe I have not seen it. I don't believe it to be true.
Okay, you don't think that's you think that's fake news?
I believe it is until I see it myself. But I'll also say, man, I would say, how did he get that intel? Right, that's a big thing. I guess Bongino and some other dudes were talking about it today, and they say like going to that golf course was an OTF was basically an off the books like function kind of thing. So in like the world of like Secret Service, so for him to be there for 12 hours had to have meant that he either got the intel from somebody, right, or that he happened to see the motorcade, or that someone else happened to see the motorcade and posted it on social media, and he was able to catch up with it somehow. But I would say, how did he get that intel, number one? And number two, he got away! Sorry, that's all I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about the fact that he literally got away from them.
Yeah. If you get within 1,000 yards of a president or former president with a rifle, that is such a failure. I mean, he could have just eviscerated somebody with one split decision. It's crazy.
Yeah, so I guess people are just claiming that on social media, but that's not confirmed. But he has been like in the news and stuff like that before. He has, been interviewed by different magazines and all that. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, we'll see. Listen, at this point, we don't even know what was up with this other guy, the first assassin. We don't even know what's going on with that. So,
Yeah, and this will probably be in the news for a day and a half more, maybe 2 days, and it'll go away, and everyone will forget that Trump has been he's had countless assassination attempts on his life, and the media will never take accountability for the demonizing of. And I'm not like a Trump like so many other people, but it's just like, I mean, go ahead.
Trump got 9 lives like fucking Hitler.
Yeah,
He
for
got-
real.
You sure we want to compare him to that?
Well,
They do.
They tried to kill Hitler over and over and over and over, and they didn't do it either. But
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think. I think what's happening here is that these guys have a game plan, a very complicated game plan that they've pulled out. There's a bunch of stuff that we're seeing that's weird and unprecedented, right? If you have Dick Cheney supporting Harris, if you have George W. Bush staying out of endorsing anyone because he's basically supporting Harris, with all these different things you see, I mean, this is all part of the playbook, as well as like demonizing Trump, hoping that you get a ton of people going after him, and then letting the security be super lax. At some point, I mean, this is the second time. If you get enough times here, it's not actually gonna. Your luck doesn't last that long.
The two people you just mentioned, nothing that Harris does will affect them. Nothing. Nothing. Zero. Nothing. Zero. Even if she came and tried to take your guns, they're not going to take Dick Cheney's guns, and they're not going to take Bush's guns. And Bush's pappy was, in charge of the CIA and, that whole fucking thing. I mean, nobody's touching the Bushes.
Yeah, but it's weird. These guys were all, like, Hollywood made movies about Dick Cheney, about how evil he was, right?
Yeah. Well,
Bush was never a hero to many people.
Everybody during the 2000s, after all the war and everything, hated him. I can't tell you how many songs were... when I was in high school, were written about how terrible a politics were and how evil he was and all this other bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. Look, even the what is it called? Lawfare that's going on. All of that is parts of strategies, right? You throw all these different things. You make him spend a lot of money defending himself. Give yourself the ability to call him a criminal. You have all these, even Republicans. I think they came out with like 200 Republicans that they're saying are endorsing Harris or whatever. All these different things. This is how you stop something. This is how, if you have a deliberate plan of controlling who winds up in the White House, this is how it all goes down.
If they had a real plan, he'd be dead.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I'll say
it doesn't take that much to. It wouldn't take that much for somebody really to do it. So he goes out in public. It's not like he hides.
Well, it's just about getting lucky, right? Isn't it just about being lucky?
No, it's about being professional. That's what it's about.
Being lucky one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Professional hit people don't
make mistakes.
They don't.
Did y'all see the thing? Speaking of this, about this with since Walt said hit people. Did y'all see the thing that, DHS or somebody was being interviewed, being questioned by Congress live, and they had recently, within like the last 2 weeks, captured a hitman from the one Mexican cartel, and
Really?
They were questioning the hitman, and the guy was like, "Oh yeah, every area in California has its own designated hitman. They're just out there. They're just in California."
I mean, it's so you, so Hank, you were in the world of like hip hop, right?
Yeah.
The world of like criminals, drug dealing, that there is a parallel and a connection to like that world, right? And a lot of us that just go about our lives every day don't even understand that like X amount of cars that we walk by or drive by are living an underground lifestyle, and we have no idea that there's dudes rolling around with keys of whatever, of blow or dope, and in their car and strapped up with some machine guns, and they're going to do a drug deal. We have no idea. We're on our way to work. Like, there's always a sub, like some type of underground movement, or like a criminal underground movement that like people in their ordinary, like going about their ordinary business normally wouldn't know until you're exposed to it. So like if someone told me, hey, there is a huge network of international hitmen all over the the country, it would not surprise me at all.
What this guy said is he was just one of many, and they're all over, and the cartel runs them all and tells them what to do.
I just don't think it's like what you would see. I don't think it's like what you see in John Wick. I think that
No. It's
just like
dude.
yeah, just like just like in the drug times, of course, back then and even today, you have you've got people out there like in different communities or whatever, including the hip hop community. A lot of rappers and stuff like that were faking stuff, right? Some of them were actually they were just low level doing things. People trying to get out of the hood, and they think selling drugs, that's the way to go about it. Most of that ends in failure. The successful drug dealers were actually the cops. Okay, it was actually the government, those successful drug dealers. I think it's the same thing when it comes to hitmen. The real, actual, professional hitmen, killers out there is the government. It's cops, people who you will never actually get caught doing it. Then you see these just idiots out there, people who are pushed in a direction, like this guy or the last guy. And we think it's lucky we're not seeing the professionals, because the people behind the professionals are the government. Yeah, that's why things are allowed to happen.
I see that, and I guess just for clarity, like what I meant by that is like I had no idea that there was like a huge like movement like that, or like it's not top of mind until I found myself like around, hip hop and music, and then all of a sudden you find yourself parallel to like, holy shit, there is a whole underground world here that I knew nothing about, like that kind of thing. So obviously I'm not saying like people engaged in hip hop, or you're definitely engaged, like I wasn't trying to say it like that.
No, but even that what I'm saying to you, even a lot of those things, when you look at it, the people who were involved in those things, like let's say the East Coast West Coast thing, some of those guys that they've caught or suspect, they were cops. There's always cops. There's always people in the government, people who have badges and authorization to do things, to get away with these things.
Just like if one of us were to one day get into politics, we'd probably find out, holy shit, there's a whole underground movement of international hitmen that I knew nothing about, because it's a parallel. Dude, I am all for limited government. I think they are the most corrupt human being in existence.
I mean, why do you think? Remember this whole thing with Trump, where they asked Trump why he didn't open up the JFK files, and he said, if you knew what I knew, you wouldn't do it either. That's because it's the CIA.
Yeah, dude. Same.
Because it undermines.
We know who killed
every single thing about our country.
Say that again, Patrick.
It undermines everything we've believed about our country since 1960, whatever.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Look, if you even go back to like when we're talking about assassinations, a lot of times successful assassination attempts are done by the guards, bodyguards, Secret Service, or whoever.
See that? What you just said? Successful what?
You just said jumbo shrimp.
Yeah. Successful assassinations.
Okay.
Not attempts.
Walter heard it too.
Yes.
I heard it, but I was just going to let him have his time.
Successful.
You know what I mean. Yeah. But a lot of these successful things, when they're successful with this stuff, if you really look behind it, it wasn't, You sometimes have someone who's set up to take the fall for it, but the people who actually did it,
Yeah, no, there are... That was another thing that was known. There are people who are willing to do time for you for enough money.
Yeah. Listen, in New York...
I did such and such, and I want you to take the fall for it. Here's $45,000. Okay, I'll go spend the next 6 years of my life in prison.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Look at New York City, for example. There's still things coming out in the police departments and the fire departments and all that kind of stuff. Mostly it's the police department, but sometimes you see stuff even extending to the fire departments. These are the people who can get away with doing things. So if you want to be successful doing stuff, you want to give it to people who have immunity and could move around and get away with stuff. So that's usually how that happens.
The FBI shot Martin Luther King in the face with a 30-06.
Yeah. That's pretty.
The Who Moved My Freedom podcast is made possible by our partners at 2A Commerce. Veteran owned and with over 20 years experience, 2A Commerce is the leader in custom e-commerce and web application development in the shooting sports industry. Clients include major brands such as Guard Dog Body Armor, Sylvan Arms, AccuFire Technologies, The Tactical Games, Warrior Knife Company, and yours truly, Hank Strange. Visit 2A Commerce and support this show by supporting them. Once again, visit the number 2acommerce.com.
Okay, Dark, you were saying something before we got cut.
Oh yeah, I was just saying that similar to like with what we were talking about, that's similar to the information being out and verified that the FBI shot Dr. Martin Luther King in the face with a 30-06. Like we did that. We did, and then they want to say, well, we certainly had nothing to do with JFK, right? Like, dude, look. It's the same thing like you see.
When did that come out? That's something I missed. Is that recent? Yeah. Is that recent or?
No, like this within the last year.
Okay. I didn't. So you heard this too, Patrick?
I didn't. I just thought that was always what was known.
Okay.
Speculated, but never knew for sure.
Oh, okay.
Probably still don't.
So some records have been released on that one.
Yeah, they have released. What's it called? It's declassified. And,
so you're saying when the incident happened, where someone took shots at him, he wasn't dead, and then the FBI ended him, or they took the shots in the first?
The FBI was the one that shot and killed him. Like on record with a 30-06, they blew his jaw off and spun it around behind him and shot him in the face and killed him with a 30-06. Like the hotel is on there, the information is on there.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that was out because I would have thought that would have been massive news.
It should be, but it's not because it's it's. I don't even know. Maybe it's like cognitive dissonance or, what people.
Yeah, I have to dig into that. You didn't hear that either, right, Walter? Yeah,
dude. After it was released, Brandon Herrera actually did a video recreating the shot with 30-06, and it showed the documents declassified in like screenshots of them in the video.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I've got to look that up. I wasn't aware of that. But yeah, there's so much information, there's so much information out there now. But I would think that would not be an easy one to slip by.
I personally think that I'd say it's probably over the last 70, maybe 70 to 100 years where the shadow organizations of the American government have become most active. And if you look at it the way you look at any other situation, like a serial killer, right? Like, we're talking about bad dudes that do bad shit, like hitmen and all that. So let's say somebody in their earlier years, they start doing, petty crimes, small stuff here and there, and then all of a sudden later on they start doing other stuff. Then they get hit for assault. Then they get hit for more serious crimes like rape, and then they start killing people. That is the same way that I look at the United States government, because the more and more they do things and then get away with it, they become emboldened, and then we got a problem with JFK coming out saying all this shit about, shadow government organizations and this and that. Well, what do we have to do? We have to shoot them in the head. They shoot them in the head. They become emboldened. And then later on down the line, they're like, oh man, this whole doctor is really being a pain in our ass. This whole civil rights thing is making us uncomfortable. So let's do what we did before. Let's shoot them in the head and operate with impunity. And, if they've only gotten worse. Now they're going from controlling selected people here and there to controlling every single person within the United States and spying on them.
Okay. Yeah, I've got to dig into. I'll spend some time digging into that more. I wasn't aware of that, but I mean, like I said, man, a lot of things are done by the people that have the power to get away with it, and that's the reason why they get away with it, And then everything else is just part of the circus, I guess,
Yep.
But it's just interesting to me that there was already one attempt on Trump. And it doesn't really seem the FBI or the Secret Service is saying they upped the security. I don't really know if that's how it feels to me, but I'm not following them every day to see what's going on there. But it really doesn't feel like that. How does someone camp out there for 12 hours and not get noticed? I know that place. You can't just pull over on the street over there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
How do you move your tools into the bushes from someplace else without being seen?
Right.
That would be difficult. The other thing I think is most hilarious about this is that people are going to use this situation as this is why we need more gun control and we need to take assault weapons off can we just get it out of the way right now that even if they were able to take all AR-15s and AKs and assault weapons off the streets, that this gun still would have been lawful? I find that hilarious.
And that's not even an assault rifle.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
It only has if it's a real SKS, and it only technically has a 10-round capacity, so it's legal in lots of places. So,
yeah.
I think when most of these things happen, there's one way they would like people to feel about it, right? They obviously go out of their way to make people feel like, oh, we got to get rid of these things. Well, wasn't this guy stopped because someone saw him and opened fire on his ass, and then he ran off?
The Secret Service opened fire.
So when people look at these things, or when you have school shootings and stuff, I think the media wants you to feel a certain way, but most people feel like in that situation, I know I can't stop someone from having knives, guns, or whatever. I want to be able to have something, so if I'm there, there's not going to be a Secret Service to save me.
Dude, we literally just had this exact conversation where, we were on a panel and I said, okay, for every single mass tragic event that you know of, what ended it? A firearm.
Yeah,
right?
Someone able to fight back. Yeah.
Yeah, in some way, even if it was the shooter starting his own muzzle, like it was ended with a firearm in some form or fashion, even if shots weren't fired, right? So it's really hard for people, especially most simple people in the general public, to understand that what they're being told is the problem is also the solution.
Yeah. I think most people realize if this happens, I want to be able to fight back. If a guy can roll up on a former president at a private golf course and he has the Secret Service and whatever sheriffs are supposed to be out there, because I think that there would be sheriffs. If the president is over there, there will be sheriffs rolling around. If that could happen, what happens at your house?
You know how to fix that at the golf course? You need a Bill Murray Caddyshack kind of character out there, a veteran. He's just a nut job, and he's got
what, a blunderbuss.
He's got C4 in the holes waiting for the gophers.
Oh my Lord, yeah. I don't think people keep. There's going to be people who want to point it in that direction, but I don't.
This is what ends those situations.
What are we looking at there? What is that?
That's 37 millimeter.
Yeah, this is a 37.
Okay, hold on. Now we gotta go. Let me switch this over. What's happening to Chromie back there?
Taking a bath, and he's not happy about it, I guess.
Yeah.
So this is.
He already took a bath in that puddle.
I know he didn't.
Needs more than one.
He don't need no damn bath. Go ahead, Dark.
A hand-loaded Bill the Bullet. Is it Bullet Bill? Bullet Bill 3D printed bird banger. And
say that 3 times fast. Bullet Bill bird banger.
I know, right? He's so angry. No, but I believe that people should have the ability to make stuff go boom, not just bang. You know.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Yep. Very nice.
It's just for smokes and flares.
Anything else you want to flex while I've got this thing on you, just to save my fingers to work?
You know, I think
What
are
we leaving out? Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Let's see. Let's go back up here. What's Walter's looking for something now?
Oh man, I could always dig in to get something else, but you know.
Yeah.
But
let's see. Did you?
No, I said I could. I'm surprised Brandon Herrera hasn't came out with an SKS a golf course video yet. Come on,
right?
What are you doing?
It's probably getting uploaded. It's probably getting uploaded right
now. Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Probably gonna hang up.
Yeah, Brandon's probably laying in the bushes somewhere.
Yeah,
he's sleeping 12 hours in the bushes, mocking it up.
Yeah.
He's gonna hang up some backpack with ceramic tiles in them, and then shoot them with some 9mm rounds to see what happens. You know, ceramic tiles do an excellent job breaking up projectiles. I like
how Patrick shared this with. Well, I guess you got this from X, right, Patrick?
What?
Of a guy on put up his thing on Gunbroker, and he was like, "Clone correct Trump assassins SKS. I know what I got."
I know what I got.
Wow.
I thought that was funny.
I mean, that was and Patrick shared this with us yesterday.
Yes, it was real quick.
This went up real fast.
That was smart.
I had one of those back in the 90s, so you all just calm down.
No, but the thing is, this guy had this thing up. Maybe he had it on Gunbroker already, but as soon as he saw, he was like, "Oh, now it's famous." Yeah,
he probably just took the pictures from some other.
Oh yeah, he just pulled it from the internet somewhere.
Yeah.
I know what I got.
Yeah, people are fast, man. They're quick on the draw with this stuff, you know.
Well, you know, look at that girl, Hawk 2. She's made a couple $1 million, man.
Yeah.
Hawk 2.
Oh, really? Is that the estimate of?
Oh, she's done. She's like, freaking, yeah. Yeah. Bless her heart.
Okay.
Good for her.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
She was late. She really should have acted a little bit more quickly if she really wanted to.
Well, you know what derailed her a little bit? Trump's first assassination attempt.
Yeah, probably right.
She was everywhere before that, and when that happened, it derailed her whole thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Poor girl. That poor girl. Poor suffering millionaire. I feel sorry for all the women out there that have been Hawk-2ing since, what about Missy Elliott? Missy Elliott put Hawk-2 in a song back in the 90s. She doesn't get any respect off of that.
You know what it is? It's the sweet little Southern Belle look.
Yeah,
with
she has that
Hawk-2 attitude. You know, she's ready and willing, and it's just every guy's fantasy.
Did you hear her? She had to try to explain that whole thing to her grandmother.
Oh God! No.
Oh really? How did that go?
I didn't hear the whole thing, but she was like, "I had to explain that to my granny." You know how? And it's like, oh dear, yeah.
Be careful what you become famous for. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Bless her heart. I guess they tried to get her on into OnlyFans and do all that, and she said no.
No. Oh, good. Yeah, good. She said no. So I've never actually seen an interview or anything with her. Does she seem like cool or
she's
nice?
Just a normal girl.
Yeah. You know, listen. Everyone gets their 15. Is it 15 minutes?
Seconds.
Well,
15 seconds.
15 million. You can keep the minutes. I'll take the millions. You know, it's like
you know.
I don't care to be famous.
Yeah, listen, it happens. You know, it happens to everyone out there. So,
I hope so. God damn it, I hope so. Come on.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Got to get your game. You got to step your game up.
I ain't gonna put a plastic sock on my damn SKS.
That's sacrilege. What? Go ahead.
At least that kind of stock that's like a hunting rifle stock. But I do have something else.
Oh boy.
You always have something else.
What do you have? Let's go to Walter Cam right here. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Walter Cam. Let's see. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Dark was waiting for that. Dark was ready on that one.
I was waiting for that one.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's
So
does that happen with any that thing that, hold on a second, Walt, sorry. Now we're just messing around. So does that what Dark was doing? Let me see if I could do this. Hold on. Does that happen with any Mac? Let's see.
Any Mac. You got to hold it there for an awkward amount of time.
No, it's not doing it on this one.
Try the like the two like the metal.
Oh, horns? No,
Yeah.
It's not happening. No.
No.
What are you trying to do?
No, so let me show you. So he's able to set off let me go to Dark.
Balloons.
Dark is able to set off all this stuff. Look.
What? How is he doing that?
Did you not notice this?
No, I haven't been paying attention to that.
Yeah, he's able to set all this off. I think you can do thumbs ups.
Is this
Yeah,
built
you can do
into
thumbs
the
up,
streaming
you can do
service
thumb
or
down.
your camera service?
Yeah, this is the Mac for some reason. It's not doing it, but I'm going through a different software. Yeah, he's just doing a bunch of them.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
crazy because on StreamYard, I'll do it and I'll be like counting and I'll be like 1, and I'll put up like my thumb or something. I'll be like, oh, what the heck? And I'll be like 1, 2, blah, 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 like going through something. And then like balloons will just fly up everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Peace sign.
There you go. Yeah, it's the peace sign.
That's the other way is not a peace sign, really.
Yeah. The other one's okay, what you got, Walt?
I have fingers.
All right,
still.
back when
Tapco Intrafuse.
back when the Yugo SKSs were like dirt cheap, and they had ones that were kind of just fugly guns. I bought one and I decided to turn it into a carbine. So I shortened the barrel, shortened the bayonet because I love a blade bayonet. Got to have a bayonet. You might have
Nice.
might have to stick somebody.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Tapco stock. I'll admit to that. It's not my favorite. I do have the wooden stock underneath here, and I want to put it back in the wooden stock because it's more original. Of course, without that magazine in there, you can put the aftermarket 30-round mags in there.
So do you think Tapco made more money on these stocks or horrible magazines? And by the way, I noticed did you cut yourself?
No, it's not cut. I thought I had like a blood blister. I got that thing bit me right up in here. So.
Oh, it did. Oh.
Yeah,
that's okay.
But Tapco made a lot of money selling a lot of stuff until they got gobbled up by the freaking Freedom Group.
Freedom Group.
And they destroyed.
You can never get another one of those Tapco Intrafuse stock systems for the SKS.
Freedom Group destroyed multiple brands, and that was one of them. The Tapco brand, they destroyed it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And I remember when Tapco was, you get a flyer in the mail, and it was Mosin Nagant parts and SKS parts and surplus and all that stuff like that, with homeboys doing all kinds of crazy poses like a hillbilly on the front of the and then when it got all corporate with the big wigs, then it just got all stuffy and
Let me
I
see.
got a whole mess load of Tapco AK mags.
I had a pile of them. I sold them all. But, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think I still have a.
Their MP5 or their AR mags were not good.
Okay.
No, not good.
But no, yeah.
I was gonna say I still probably have a couple of them somewhere.
When Yugo SKSs were
throw some
probably
of them.
$100 or less, you could do all this kind of stuff, and it wasn't a big deal. Who cares?
Yes.
Correct.
Check this out. We cannot have this podcast and not talk about what's happening to the state of people's cats and ducks and dogs.
I concur.
Yeah. So, me, Walter, and Patrick had I don't know. It was an interesting conversation we were all having about. Can you see this thing I've got up here, Walt?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see it.
Right.
I'm like, I couldn't believe. I mean, bless his heart, Trump. He needs to learn how to shut the fuck up sometimes.
Oh, you're talking about a debate.
Talking about first thing over and over and over how the election was stolen. Nobody cares now. Nobody gives two fucks about that no more. That doesn't put gas in your car and put food on your table or anything.
Correct.
He should be talking about shit like that, not about how the election was stolen, not about people eating cats and dogs that he has no knowledge about, but he's just spouting it out like an idiot. I'm like, shut up.
So I think what happened is that obviously he was ganged up on, but they should have known that they were going to do that. I think he did know that. I think overall he did a good job handling everyone, but he can't help himself of going off track into some of those things, though.
It's like okay, the election was stolen. That mantra. Remember when Obama couldn't be the president because he wasn't able to be the president, and he kept going on and on.
But he let them bring up all that stuff. Yes, I would. The response should have just been, "That's the past. Let's move on." People in America don't give a crap about that.
He fell for the January 6th trap too, and he jumped right into it like a willing participant. It's
Folks, let me tell you about U.S. law.
Hold on, sorry.
If you're serious about your Second Amendment rights, then you need to get serious about protecting yourself legally. Use promo code HANK for 2 free months on an annual membership, plus a locked-in rate of just $10.95 per month. Remember, the fight for freedom doesn't end at the range. Arm yourself with U.S. Law Shield, and remember to use promo code HANK.
Okay. That audio is so weird.
I ran over.
No, listen, I agree with you. He got distracted into all of those things, but they knew the buttons to push. And I don't think he was totally ready for all of those buttons to be pushed. I personally think a lot of this stuff, as time goes on here, there's truths in all these things. I don't think... I think that Trump won the last election. But yeah, we're past it. What do we moved into it.
Can't do anything about it now. It's done. So
yeah, for sure. There's people out there eating all kinds of creatures.
They always have. Okay.
Yes.
look when a Vietnamese family moves in the neighborhood, all the cats disappear. Okay.
I don't disagree with Walter at all. That happens.
That happens. Trust me, that happens.
Yes.
All kinds of. Listen, and I've seen other people saying, I'm from the Caribbean. And I've told people, like, when my dad came to visit where I live here, he was like, oh, when we were kids, you see that bird up there, we'll get a rock, we'll knock him out of the tree, and pull the feathers out and eat them up or whatever. And for sure, all of this stuff, and especially if you're looking at folks who are in a country that's been a hellhole for the last few years, if you move those people from that country and put them over here in America without some kind of transitional space, even if you have a transitional space, it's going to happen. But if you don't have one, and you just drop them into general population of people, crazy shit is going to happen. But I think in a presidential debate where you might not get that many of them to do, you want to speak to all the people in general instead of some specific things. One thing, though, with Ohio, people are paying attention to what's happening in Ohio. But
that's a major state in the election. That's a major thing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
he couldn't help it. Look, check this one out.
Check what I just shared with you. I think.
Yeah, I don't know if I could. I can't throw that one up in here. It's got to be on my phone.
Oh, because that's your phone. Gotcha.
Yeah, you got to send it to my. Yeah, this is my phone that's in. So, but yeah, listen.
He's not at those kind of events. You're not trying to win me or you or anybody. The people that already know this stuff. You're trying to find that. You're trying to pick the brain of that person that might be on the edge, and he did nothing in that to do that. In my opinion.
No.
So
I think you want to look presidential. Although I have to say there was weird shit going on with Harris, and I don't know. People are saying she was wearing those weird earrings.
He's mic'd up.
Yeah, she was wearing those weird earrings. But every time you see when she was like doing this with her face, if you look at it, she was doing this and making these. No, if someone's talking in your ear
she's listening.
Yeah, and you can't respond to them. Does that ever happen? Like someone's talking in your ear, you can't respond, so you're like you're holding yourself back almost.
Yeah.
She has never, if you watch all these other things where she talks, she can't get out a sentence that hardly get a sentence out that makes any sense. No. In the end, it's gibberish. Like that HK statement. It's just a lot of words. She was very on the thing, and it was like oh,
He was.
Oh, very well rehearsed. Yeah.
And then they told her to stop with the fucking giggling and stop wheeling your arms like you're gonna fly, like you want to fly. And that's what she does when she's talking normally,
That's why I do think someone was in her ear, because she was on point. She was direct and very clear. And I think that's why somebody was giving her literally line by line, things to say. And the sad thing,
or reminding her.
Yeah, or reminding her, or, keeping her on track, maybe.
Right.
Like, remember, bitch, don't cackle, or like,
it would be fun. Someone should do its interpretation. Like, someone should play it back and be the voice, like a little square in the corner, and be the voice of the person, like, come on now, bitch, hold on.
Especially when she's like,
it would be so funny. Yeah, like Cat Williams or someone, but Cat Williams won't do it. Yeah.
The sad thing is that people, like you're saying, people in the middle, right? The people that are just in the general public that are like really not sure yet on who they're going to vote for. Maybe they've opened their mind up to Trump over the last, couple election cycles, or maybe they were going to definitely vote for Joe, but now they're thinking like, well, I don't know, this Kamala chick, So it's tough to say. It's hard to say out loud, but she probably grabbed a lot more voters on that night, because she did appear way more. Like, her delivery was great. She appeared more like presidential.
Yeah.
She was more appropriate. She was throwing in lies at a rate that was so fast he couldn't even address any of them.
Yeah, they were not fact checking her, but they were fact checking him, and then they were baiting him with the questions. But listen, this is what this is how it's going to go down, and I think that you just have to. You just be ready and just go, you know what? Like, when they were asking him about the race thing with Kamala or whatever, I go, you know what? I don't care. I don't think people care about that. Let's move on to something else. And if they want to keep bringing it up, just go, I don't care. I don't care. Let's talk, or say, let's talk about this. Let's talk about inflation, or let's talk about what's going on the border. It's a whole interesting thing going on here right now.
We're saying this crap that the crime rates in other countries have went down because all the criminals have come here. I was just going, what the fuck is he talking about? He's like,
it is true. There's truth to what he's saying.
But there's you can't back that up with any facts.
There's some data that states that, but again, what are people in the general public that are just like just finished eating dinner that are watching that shit? They're not going to look that shit up. They don't.
They're going to go, what's he talking about? What's he talking about? I was like, saying, how's that affect me? I mean, okay, it affects people, obviously. It affects everything you do with your insurance rates and everything else. But why is the gas price so high?
I think it's easy. I think it's easy enough to bring up those things. It's easy enough to bring up the price of eggs, the price of milk, and all these things.
When that goofy
interest
bitch
rates.
says she's going to fix this stuff, what do you do the last 4 years? You didn't fix anything, you goofy bitch.
But what could she? Let me ask you this though.
She can't fix anything.
Well, no, but listen. But people bring up. I understand what you're saying. But people bring up the thing of Kamala fixing stuff. She's the vice president has no fucking power.
She's just
what power does a vice president have to fix anything?
So in saying that she went here and met with this and met with that.
Yeah. Can a vice president write executive orders? Not so far as I know.
I don't think.
What can a vice president actually do?
They can whisper sweet nothings into the president's ear.
Yeah, I think you're just a tiebreaker, right? That's about it. You could just be a tiebreaker in Congress, right? That's it.
Or in the Senate or something like that, I guess.
What other powers does a vice president have?
But
do we? Maybe we gotta look this up. Maybe I gotta look this up. Let me see what powers.
I turned that off. I couldn't watch that junk. It just to me, it's just like okay.
Well, Patrick could not stand her voice, and I have to tell you, Lola couldn't stand the sound of her voice either.
Yeah. But just one other quick thing: her not having much authority or enough or whatever, it also doesn't absolve her of responsibility for the last 3.5, 4 years either. It's still, you're still complicit, right? It's like it's a marriage. You're both in that relationship. So.
Yeah. Trump should have brought up the fact she couldn't pull 3% of any voters at any election thing.
I mean, she wasn't. This position that she's in, running to be president, is not one that people. Yeah, she wasn't duly selected to, in a traditional process to run for president.
I mean, that word coup gets used. It's kind of like a coup.
Yeah. Which he did bring that up. So the Constitution names a Vice President of the United States as President of the Senate. In addition to serving as presiding officer, the Vice President has the sole power to break a tie vote in the Senate and formally presides over the receiving and counting of electoral ballots cast in presidential elections.
He also, I mean, my argument is she should be... If a good vice president can help set policy, and she's 100% on the Biden train. So
I'm not saying she should. Yeah, I'm not saying she shouldn't be held responsible. I'm just saying, so also it says today vice presidents serve as principal advisors to the president, but from 1789 until 1950s, their primary duty was to preside over the Senate. Since 1830s, vice presidents have occupied offices near the Senate chamber. Over the course of the nation's history, the vice president's influence evolved as vice presidents and senators experimented with and at times vigorously debated the role to be played by this constitutional officer, they can become president. But yes, but she's still part of the administration, right? And she still carries the torch for the administration.
Harry Truman had no idea of the Manhattan Project. Mm-hmm. He had no idea what was going on during World War II until Roosevelt died. And they said, hey, Harry, guess what we're doing?
Right.
Oh, shit. Mm-hmm. Now, that might have been operational. That might have been a security thing, which probably was a good idea. But, so they're not like... I know Biden suggested gun stuff to Obama. I know he was in with that stuff.
I think one of the most powerful vice presidents we had was Cheney. But
Cheney's
not
power
normal.
Cheney's power came from his corporate power.
Yeah, which is why how he wound up in there. Yeah. So what do you?
Connections.
Yeah. So what do you?
And all that stuff. Yeah.
Yes. Right. Exactly. The military industrial complex was very beneficial to him. And then and W let all that go, which is the reason why I don't understand why W now is all of a sudden a Republican saint.
Dude, that's a joke.
Yeah. What do you guys think about Biden putting on this MAGA hat? At first, I thought it was bullshit. I thought this was like AI.
Does he know what he's actually doing?
I don't know. If you look at the video, it's half and half.
Is it AI?
No, it's
real.
No, it's not AI. It's real. He actually put this hat on.
I was not hip to this. I did not know that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's real. He was at a thing in Pennsylvania, and there was like an old dude there that said to him, the crowd was trying to get him to put the hat on. The guy, so he to put the hat on, and the guy said, "I'm proud of you, you old fart." The guy, there's a bunch of video of this of him putting the hat on, and then the media was claiming that he did this, like, how did they put it? Like he's trying to not play nice, but it's. They're trying to bring everyone together to sing "Kumbaya." That's why he put on a MAGA hat.
Oh, like what's
that's like they're saying, after the second Trump thing, it's like, I don't support, we can't have political violence. You didn't say that shit when cities were burning down, did you?
No,
not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
So what they're saying, it's a move for unity or some shit like that.
Yes,
that's what they.
Yeah,
here's some
in that
move for
vein.
unity. Crank it up.
Yeah, that's great.
I remember after 9/11, everybody got together and sang "Kumbaya." They all stood around and we need to get together as a country.
Yeah.
2 or 3 weeks later, they're back fighting like cats and dogs, just like they normally do. It's all a show.
Yeah. White House confirms Biden did wear MAGA cap amid mockery by Trump supporters. And it was, yeah.
What you're just seeing right here is a perfect distraction, and everybody falls for it.
Yeah. So, just weird shit going on in the world, in my opinion. Lots of weird, crazy things going on out there,
Very weird.
Yeah.
In the meantime,
it almost seems like they don't want us to focus on what's important. I think that we're going to end up in a situation where something so crazy is going to happen, or some things that are so crazy are going to happen that it would basically put the general public in a place where they'd be like, well, of course the election didn't happen because X was going on at that time. I think we may not even have an election.
You think so?
Chris says,
I think.
Oh, I haven't even. Let me check the chat. I have not.
Oh yeah, we've ignored the chat.
My bad. Sorry. Shout out to everyone out there. I see Jade Grew is out there. Shooting Gallery, Armament and Axis, Flying Rich, Jan Champ. Everyone's out there. Yeah, we're just going. I blame Dark for this.
Sorry.
Flying Rich says he had no idea what the hat was. Let's go, Brandon. There you go. And then Primitive Hunter 18 says, hi-in, I concur with all the pet things going on. For sure.
It doesn't surprise me at all. Of course it's happening.
Yeah.
Is anybody surprised? They're
like
eating
saying,
dogs and cats.
Yeah, like people are starving. There's people eating small game. It's like,
all right, so what I'm not surprised about is, if I'm really hungry, Dark, I ain't gonna eat no fucking cat. I'm gonna go to some farmer's field and kill his cow.
Well, what if all of
and you kill somebody's cow? You can
We're not
shoot
talking
the fucker
that,
doing
though.
that.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you go on somebody's property and kill their animals, you can kill them. That's legal.
Yeah.
Actually, in Florida. So.
Yeah. Listen. Yeah. Most of us aren't in a position where we feel like we have to do that, right? If things got really crazy, it would happen. But you have to realize these people are coming from I'm not saying anything to defend people or anything like that. I'm just saying they're coming from apocalypse, but we're not dealing with it properly, right?
Yeah.
The way that we're dealing with the situation is taking a bunch of people out of an apocalypse and dropping them into other people's backyards. Crazy shit is going to happen.
Why are we doing this?
Because they want crazy shit to happen. I feel like they want to make chaos.
Because what they want is.
So why are we doing this to our own people? That's what I'm.
Because they want to create chaos. Like these guys during the debate, they didn't have to go far to talk about. Forget about the animals and stuff like that.
It's a distraction.
Yeah, but there's people getting raped, robbed, all kinds of shit is happening. Go ahead. Sorry, Dark.
Honestly, no, it's okay. I was saying I honestly think that it's even more maniacal than that. I think that the reason they want to stir up as much chaos as possible is because they want to provoke the Christian conservative group,
white people.
They want to provoke them to commit violence, because nothing would give them the exact type of power that they need other than military-aged males that are armed, that they consider to be, conservatives or conservative Christians or whatever. Nothing would give them more ammo than to be able to sit down with Congress and say, see, all of these people have gone and committed violence with their AR-15s and plate carriers,
Killing those innocent people from that chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yeah. Go ahead. Go, Walt. Most of us are just observing.
Yep. Luckily, I don't. I believe in putting that chaos in that person that imports them into the country, into their backyard, and see how they like that.
Listen, you know what I think? I think at the end of the day, the government, politicians, no one can save you except yourself, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think that's why most of us normies, normal people, we're just observing what's going on, and we realize there's certain things. Obviously, we care about it. That's why we're talking about it. But there's certain things these people are pushing that are outside of our control, and they can get away with that. But we all know where that line is of what they can get away with personally against us. So for sure, I think that they would like to push people, and that's why we're seeing people, doing or attempting to do crazy things when it comes to Trump and creating damage for sure, right?
Yeah.
But we're also seeing people not taking it seriously, and it being deliberately, swept under the rug. Go ahead, Walt.
No. Well, yeah. There's always copycats. Guy lights a fire, burns down the forest. Next pyro dude, he says, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that too." try to get their 15 minutes of fame or whatever, and
Yeah.
yeah.
My plan is to sit back and observe just like be prepared, try to learn what I can learn. I'm not acting like I'm fully prepared for anything. I think like that kind of stuff is a journey. But your own yourself, the community, the people around you, like starting immediately with your family and then your friends and all that. That's really what matters. These crazy things that people are doing out there in the world. I'm not saying it's not going to come back and affect us at some point, but sometimes you just got to sit back and observe these people before you act and do anything, and don't let them push you into it. That's my personal way of looking at it. But there's weird shit going on in the world, and a lot of craziness has been normalized.
All right, so
very much
back
so.
to the eating the cats and dogs thing. Is it a big distraction? Remember when COVID was getting wound up and they went to the wet market in China and they were eating kitties and puppies?
Mm-hmm.
You remember that distraction? And everybody, you start talking about eating kitties and puppies, people lose their mind in this country because you just can't do that. You can't eat cats and dogs. You can't do that. They're our brothers. They're our friends. So
they're man's best friend.
Well, yeah. So what's the biggest distraction? Let's go to the wet market and eat kitties and dogs and kitties and puppies. Well, in the meantime, the real stuff going on is, they're getting ready to poke you with poison, basically. No problem. We saved the kitties and dogs.
Yeah, for the most part, they got away with that.
Yeah. Or the bat story, and the bats in the caves and the COVID and the things and the bat poop, and I mean, I remember all the stories, and I was like, okay, you guys are not even talking about what's going on here. It's a big distraction.
All right, so go ahead. What were you gonna say, Dark? I think you're gonna say something. No, you good?
No, I was just gonna make a joke about guano, but no, I'm good.
Oh, you had a guano joke on tap.
I was gonna say it's guano, like in Ace. Yeah, sorry. That's why I didn't say
Great for making gunpowder, but anyways,
lots of benefits. Also diseases. Also, there are legitimately diseases in that.
Oh, in the air. It's in the air tonight.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So we've come to the end, my friend, of the show here.
Lyrics too.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's from Apocalypse Now. That's from yeah.
Yes.
That's Jim Morrison. That's right. Jim Morrison. That's right. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay. All right. Yeah, I know it's some kind of lyric.
Apocalypse Now.
Yeah, I'm going to give these guys all here a chance to tell you how you could support them, check them out on their own platforms, etc. Let's start with DLD After Dark.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. First, I want to say thank you for having me on. Thank you to Hank.
You're welcome.
Thank you
You're welcome.
Gentlemen, as well.
Always fun to have you on here.
Thank you. Appreciate it. It's always a blast. I would encourage all of you guys to support Safety Harbor Firearms, stemparts.com, Dirtfoot Racing, Chrome Vandia Mars.
Dark has got it all locked.
Hey, and you know what's going to happen? Pretty soon it's going to get cold, and I've got lots of hoodies for that. So
boy.
I got to hawk in my hoodies here. So
yeah, raindrops, pop top.
The German raindrops. So aside from supporting those folks and Hank, so I'm DLD After Dark on all social media. I do a live show on YouTube every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday around 10 p.m. Eastern. And I have two businesses. One is DLD Hardware, where I sell jigs for polymer 80 frames. So if you need to buzz any P80 frames or AR lowers or all that stuff, that's available at DLD Hardware. And then soon, very, very soon, we will have definition knives up and running as well. So check it out. Thank you.
Very cool. And just because I can see Patrick is heavily involved in some kind of warfare or buying something right now, let's go to Patrick.
ChromeVandiumArms.com. Happy to take on any projects you guys got. Also, YouTube.com/Babyface P. I will be eventually putting some stuff up and just... they got me pissed off, so I haven't done it in a while. But I will have something up there eventually.
Yeah, and what the hell are you up to over there, man? I could just see your face flashing orange like every 2 seconds.
I have a game going right now.
Oh, okay, exactly.
Calling in an airstrike.
Yeah, exactly. He's so intense. He's like laser focused. Okay, Walter, you go.
Oh yeah, Safety Hour Firearms on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Dirtfoot Racing, same thing. YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. I actually make a couple shekels off of Dirtfoot Racing on YouTube. Just a couple. Nice.
Yeah.
I guess that's
you're welcome.
Everything I get on YouTube, I make 15 cents. I get 100,000 views and make 15 cents.
You got to flip your money, put your money back into it, man. Mm-hmm. Every time you get if you get a $20 check from YouTube, you need to take that and go buy a $20 engine. and do a video.
Like 140 something, so I can buy something with 140.
Exactly, yeah. I want to see you build a Lego scooter. I was going to show that in the show.
I saw the Lego scooter. That thing was fucking cool.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to build one of them.
Glue them together or something.
I don't know how they did it. I was going to ask Walter, but we got into a lot of stuff.
They 3D printed extra big Lego, and then snapped them all together, and it's cool. It was really somebody was thinking when they did that.
Yeah.
And it's electric, of course, which is cool.
Yep.
Too.
Yep. Absolutely.
But yeah, and Adam Savage was riding around on it and stuff. So friends with him too. So that doesn't hurt anything either. So. Mm-hmm. But Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and there's some on Rumble, on Dirtfoot Racing, and a little bit of Safety Hour Firearms, and also on Playa. And then there's StemParts.com for all your stem parts needs and all your hoodie needs. We got some really nice hoodies. It's gonna get cold, guys.
Right. Exactly. All right. So big thanks to everyone for hanging out with us here. All the folks on Player for hanging out with us as well. Thanks to DLD After Dark, as well as Babyface P and Walter of Safety Harbor Firearms for joining us. We will see you guys. Next week I don't think we'll be able to do a show next week because I'll be on the road, but we'll get back with you guys as soon as we can. All right, we are out of here. I'm going to hit the buttons. Hold on.
Hit the button.
Let me do this. Where is the button? Bam.
Fast, do it. Come on. Only got a couple more seconds.
I'm pressing as fast as I can.